Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm glad to see you guys again. It's been a little over a week since I last posted my video. If you haven't seen it yet, links in the description. This video is going to be a bit of an experiment. This will hopefully lead to a new series, which I'd like to call Ancient Mayan Knowledge, because you know, the last living Mayan and whatnot. Ha ha ha. Funny joke, guys. Anyways, this is a topic that I had a few of you vote for on Twitter, and today I'm going to discuss the topic of growing up. I'm going to talk a little bit about my life and a little bit about just growing up in general. I'm about to start my second year in college, and I was out to dinner the other day with my mother, and I just came to this realization. I was like, wow, my life is just taking off. I wasn't even thinking about college 10 years ago. Now I'm thinking about how many credits I need to take this semester, the types of grades I need to get, my GPA that I need to get into a master's program, where I'm gonna go from the master's program, and it's crazy to think that I'm already thinking 10 years ahead of my life, trying to plan out a job, trying to plan out a family, trying to figure out when to get a family. Just thinking about how 10 years ago, when I was 10 years old, I was thinking, what beam routine am I gonna miss this time? Like, crazy to think that at the age of 10, I'm worrying about what I'm gonna eat for dinner and if my gymnastics coach is gonna yell at me. But at the age of 19, 20 years old, I'm thinking, I need to get my doctorate, I need to get a job, I need to figure out where I'm gonna live, I need to apply for mortgages, and so on and so forth. And it's really scary. And a lot of you might be thinking, you know, I wanna get out of the house, I wanna live on my own, high school's dumb, I hate my parents, so on and so forth. I went through that phase too. I had a really tough time in high school, and I wanted nothing more than just to leave this state. And I'm extremely happy where I am. The University of Maryland has given me so many opportunities to just live my life and be who I am. I'm glad I'm finally able to realize that. At one point in time, like a lot of adolescent teenagers, I hated my parents. I was upset because they wouldn't let me sleep over a person's house if I hadn't known them for too long, or my mom wouldn't let me drive in a car with someone unless she had sat in the car with them and they drove her around first. And there's a lot of things that really frustrated me, and I resented my parents for that. But going off to college, it made me realize how lucky I am to have two parents that care about me. Always caring about my health, always caring about my well-being, always making sure that I was doing well in school and doing the right things. And because of the way I was brought up, I never had a desire to smoke or do drugs, partially because my mom was pretty high up there in her job, and my father was a principal of a school and pretty high up in the school district, so I didn't even dare go near those types of things. But it's not even like I had a desire to do anything like that. I played 2 sports, I played 2 instruments, I didn't even have time to do my homework. I would start my homework at 8 p.m. every day when I was in high school, and it was a lot. If you're someone who's struggling with yourself, with drugs, with alcohol, with smoking, get yourself busy. Get a job, do a sport, play some music, or do all of the above. Find a good group of friends. If you have a bad feeling about the people you're hanging out with, maybe you should try someone else, or try another group of friends. Things like that definitely saved me. I want to talk about baby Maya now. I was born into a wonderful upper middle class family. I basically got everything I wanted as a kid, and I am beyond grateful to be able to say that I had parents who were able to live such a happy lifestyle. And maybe that lifestyle is not for you, but my parents were able to support not only themselves, but my brother and I. We always liked the expensive things, the flashy, the shiny, the pretty, the gold, the platinum. We were always big fans of that stuff. And where I grew up, I was kinda at the middle to the bottom of the food chain. Everyone around here not only lives on a farm, but drives a BMW or a Lexus or an Audi or a Porsche, and I'm just sitting here in my nice little Chevy. I'm not complaining at all. My mother bought that car for me, and the only thing I could do to help pay for that car was pay for gas every now and then. Anyways, this has nothing to do with me being little. Okay, so I was just, your average 2-year-old. I was enrolled into the Mom and Me taught gymnastics class at my local YMCA. And at about the age of 3 or 4, the gymnastics instructor came up to my mother and said, "There's nothing else I can do for her. You need to enroll her at an actual gymnastics gym." So of course my mother does that. Meanwhile, I'm still back at the YMCA taking ballet classes, and I was politely kicked out from ballet class. The ballet teacher went up to my mother and said, "We don't think this class is right for your daughter." I would try and do pullovers on the cake bar. I was running around doing cartwheels in the back of the classroom and just not listening to my instructor. So I was your rebellious 3-4-year-old. My mother was telling me one day that I never cried in public. And I was like, "Really? Because I'm such a loudmouth now. Like, that's hard to believe." She goes, "Nope, I've only ever had 2 incidents with you when you cried out in public between the ages of 1 and 4. And I just thought that was spectacular because I'm really, really loud now. And another thing she told me was that I completely skipped the crawling phase. I went from scooting to rolling to walking. I just think that's incredible. I was such a weird child. You know, at the age of 8, one of my parents was deployed to Iraq, and having a parent gone for a year out of your lifetime leaves a big scar on your heart. And, you know, my parent came back safe, healthy, and that's all I could have ever asked for, but, you know, it was really, really hard. I was only 8 years old and my brother was 5. My other parent, my grandmother, stayed home and looked after me and my brother. They were gone a lot of the time because both my grandparent and my other parent worked. So I'd come home and I'd take care of my brother, and it was a lot on an 8 and a 5-year-old. And, you know, I'd get emails from my parent sending me pictures of wild camels, and I was really grateful that they were okay, and I couldn't ask for anything else. You know, growing up through school, I started becoming more and more involved in gymnastics. I was in the gym up to 20 hours a week. I barely had any time to see my family. I barely had any time to hang out with friends. All I had time was to do gymnastics and go to school. Meanwhile, I was also balancing piano and violin. It was hard to not only practice, but hard to excel at what I was doing. And after a while, I had to make a decision. Do I want to pursue a high-level track in gymnastics? Maybe the best I was doing was D2 school for gymnastics, and I decided that I just couldn't do it. So I went down to a lower level, took my time, and then ended up getting involved in track in high school. And I want to just thank everyone that's helped me. A lot of you guys have been saying, you know, I want to grow up, I want to go to college, I want to have my own family, I want to live on my own. And to me, I'm kind of doing all that already, and it's terrifying. It's scary to be out in the world on your own. You have to feed yourself, you gotta wash yourself, you gotta wash your own clothes. You know, I was lucky I had parents that wash my dishes and stuff, because I think that's really yucky. You know, they can't do that for me anymore. I'm looking out for myself. I thought I was ready for it, but a lot of me is telling me that I'm not. I don't have any idea how to apply for a mortgage or pay for student loans. I don't have a job. I don't have a degree. I can't get a high-paying job so I can pay off my student loans. I don't know how to get life insurance. I don't know how to do any of that, and it's terrifying because I know that in 3 years after I graduate, I'm going to need to be living on my own and getting my doctorate degree so I can get that high-level paying job. And it's really scary. Growing up is really scary. You know, just take time, sit back, relax, and enjoy the time you have here with your family, with your friends. Times may get hard with your family. You may yell at them, you may slam the door, you may cry, you may scream, you may kick, you may do all of these things. But just remember, deep down, your family loves you unconditionally. You may fight with your mother every day, you may fight with your father every day, you may fight with your brothers and your sisters, but they love you, and they would miss you greatly if you're gone. Going through my own phase of things in high school, I was at a really low point. I succumbed to depression. It was really bad, and my family was really worried about me. But I went and I got the help I needed, and I'm the happy, cheerful, smiling Maya you see today. And I'm glad I'm able to be that girl again. I just want to let you all know it's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry. You know, someone out there may have it worse, but you know, your problems are just as important as anyone else's. They're the things that make you sad. They're the things that make you cry. And don't let anyone tell you that you're any less than anything else, because you're awesome, you're beautiful. And it's okay to be scared of growing up. I'm still scared of it. My parents are scared of it. They're scared of watching me grow up. I know one day, hopefully 9-10 years in the future, when I have my own family, I'm gonna be scared of watching my kids grow up. But it's also a beautiful thing, because you're going on with your life and you're taking it step by step and day by day, and you're gonna be okay. I promise. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me ramble on about complete nothingness for, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. But if you guys liked my ancient Mayan knowledge, please leave a comment in the comment section or tweet at me on Twitter. It's Maya_Jillian75. If there's anything specific you want to see, or any comments or concerns you guys have, please let me know. If there's anything I can do differently, let me know. I'll hopefully have a music video up for you guys next, and I think my next topic, if you guys like this series, would be going to school, and I can go in depth more about college and high school and so on and so forth. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the flip side.